Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Smash JT. A lot of people have been saying that Apex Legends has been dying for a while now, over the past month, saying each week that goes by, less and less content, more glitches, more cheaters, so many problems with the game. But they were also saying that was greatly exaggerated, that Apex Legends is perfectly fine. Respawn and EA are working really hard, diligently on the game to make it as good as possible. SuperData hit up GameIndustry.Biz with some information that the future of Apex Legends does not look very good. What do you do if you're the company in charge of what SuperData is claiming to be the best ever launch for a free-to-play title, which is what Respawn Entertainment parent company EA is with the game of Apex Legends? Well, as far as the community is concerned, you don't do very much, and that's what's happening with Apex Legends. It hit the industry by storm. The game world was knocked off of its rocker. When this game launched, everyone and their mother downloaded it and played it and loved it. And as the days went by, nothing really changed. The game at its core, which is still excellent, hasn't changed at all. Very little has been added, very few glitches have been fixed, and more cheaters have been added to the mix, and nothing has been done about that, creating a formula for disaster for what EA and Respawn had as the golden child for the future of their games. EA's Battle Royale shooter Apex Legends is experiencing a steep decline from the highs of its launch. And when we talk steep, we're talking cliff. This thing launched digital revenue at $92 million the first month of launch in February, and now fast forward a couple months to April with the latest data showing they earned $24 million, which they say is declining at 74% in the space of 2 months. Now, $24 million for a free-to-play title is still very good, but when you launch a game and it starts making $92 million, you're close to $100 million the month it launches, and it basically is a straight shot down from that to almost a quarter of that. Respawn Entertainment's game is no longer even in the top 10 for either console or PC. The game making the most noise they attribute the problem to is Mortal Kombat 11. They say that even kept Epic's Fortnite from the top spot. But they're also saying that Apex Legends went from number 1 to not even being in the top 10. Not even the top 10. That is an insane decline from how high it was to where it is now just a few months later. Across PC and console, Mortal Kombat 11 sold 1.8 million units digitally, the highest in the series' history, so they're comparing it to how well Mortal Kombat 11 did. But again, this is not really an apples-to-apples comparison, because the crowd that plays Mortal Kombat 11 isn't necessarily the same crowd that plays free-to-play Battle Royale games. $8.86 billion was spent digitally across PC and mobile in April, an increase of 7% same month year over year. So the digital spending is increasing, while Apex Legends fell dramatically from 92 million to 24 million in the span of 2 months. Why is this happening? Well, if you take a look over on Reddit, there is a video from Penguin Zero, and he makes a really good point right here. I wanted to play for you.
The game is so fucking good at its core. They have this beautiful game here with no reason to play it. No content, no love, no care, nothing to strive for, there's never any reason to play Apex Legends unless your friends want to play it. And then even still, how many of you have only 2 friends that you play games with? Most people roll out with 4 or 5. And this game only has one game mode, which is trios. So you can only play with 2 of your 4 or 5 friends. That's shitty. No one wants to do that.
This video was made on April 24th, 2019. We are now a full month past that with this new information coming out, and still not much has been added or changed to Apex Legends. I'm starting to wonder if Respawn is even listening to the fans in the first place. The game at its core is excellent, but that's all the game is. The base mode, the core game of Apex Legends, has not changed, has not adjusted to what the community has asked for, no updates that have really made any kind of significant impact, no DLC that's really changed what the game truly offers to the gamer at the end of the day. Glitches are still present, cheaters are still present, tons of problems that people are getting fed up with, and ultimately they're saying there's no reason to play Apex Legends if it's just running in circles. It's not really growing your rank, there's no matchmaking that makes it fun to keep playing. It's basically akin to playing a game of checkers where, yes, it's fun, but ultimately that's all it is, and you're not doing anything to progress in it. And that is the ultimate frustration. And other people are saying that this has been months ongoing, that Respawn Entertainment basically sat on their hands after launching one of the most successful free-to-play games ever. They didn't do anything to back it up, saying to each other in the office that we are good, we don't need to do anything else because the game was a success. And this day and age, with online, with multiplayer, with battle arena games, with the high competition between Fortnite and PUBG, among a slew of other online massive multiplayer games out there, you can't just publish a base game and say, done, here we go, hope you guys enjoy it, because people will move on from it. And that's unfortunate because personally, I saw Apex Legends as the next big thing. And this is a prime example as a creator of what not to do in the video game industry when making a game. Because the players will speak and they will speak loudly. And when you have influencers like Penguin Zero saying, sorry guys, I'm not playing this game anymore because they're not doing anything to improve it. And while the core game at its base is fun, there's nothing beyond that. Why should I keep playing it? I want more in my life. I want something that drives me to play something more entertaining, more fun, more reason to dive into this game and get back to it as much as possible. Apex Legends does none of that, and that's why people are saying it is dying. This is crazy. Honestly, I did not see this coming by a long shot. I felt like EA and Respawn had a massive hit on their hands and that they would just do the basics to keep it going and flourishing and growing. And unfortunately, they've done nothing, which is why Apex Legends is dead right now. It's almost hard to believe that it's come to this point as quick as it has when you look at other companies, other front runners like Fortnite and PUBG that have already set the standard for how battle royale games should work, with constant updates and season passes and reasons why people should come back and changes to the actual battlefield and battlegrounds and updates and things you can add to the game and make it different, ranking it, having fun with players, not to mention voice chat that's not through a tin can. Tons of different things that these games have set the gold standard for, and then you look at Respawn and EA with what they're doing with Apex Legends, and you're just like, how? Like, why? Who is making the decisions over at EA to think that doing the bare minimum will be sufficient for a game like Apex Legends? It almost tells me that EA is spread too thin right now, where they have their hands in way too many baskets trying to get money from everywhere, where instead, if they just focused on making Apex Legends their golden goose, they probably could have done a lot more with this and far more successful with it. Yes, EA is doing Star Wars. Yes, EA has a ton of other games out there and they should be focusing on them. Yes, but they also should go with what's working and make the changes and updates that the community is demanding. Not just requesting, but saying, hey, if you don't do anything, I'm going to stop playing this. And as influencers are saying now, I'm stopping playing this, and I'm going a step further. I'm telling my audience I'm stopping playing, and this is why I'm stopping. It's embarrassing. It makes everyone who made this game look bad right now. And honestly, the way this got started, I could not even fathom this situation coming 2 months, 3 months after the release of the game. This is one for the ages. Who knows if they'll be able to revive it. I'd be very interested to hear if you still play Apex Legends or if you feel like it's gotten so stale that you've moved on from it as well. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Smash J, Smash J, Smash J.